One of our other guests, Gregors, said that using managed Kubernetes services like AKS makes things easier because it takes a lot of work to set up and operate a cluster. However, it also comes with its own set of challenges. What challenges have you faced with managed Kubernetes services?
Well, I think so. It absolutely, from a configuration management perspective, it makes it a lot easier when everything's bundled and stands up together. Again, just from the rock we stand on, we see the same problem. It doesn't solve the problem that we solve, where if people make the request too big, you'll still run on a lot of infrastructure. It'll automatically run on a lot of infrastructure, but it'll still run on a lot and cost a lot of money. And I should mention also, if you make things too small, if you make your memory limits too small, you get added memory kills. We do a lot of analysis around that. So you have risk and you have cost. And in our view, and we've done a lot of analysis across our customers, there's very little difference between whether you're on a kind of a homegrown or a service like an EKS or an AKS or an OpenShift. They all exhibit the same challenges from a capacity perspective. If your CPU requests are too big, again, you'll just have large scale groups or scale sets running. And I mentioned Karpenter earlier. Even running Karpenter doesn't solve this. If you ask for twice as much CPU as you need, Karpenter will just run nodes, twice as many nodes or node CPUs, because it has to give you what you asked for. So these things, I think, are extremely. I mentioned Karpenter earlier. It's extremely convenient because it does auto consolidation. It manages things very nicely. It doesn't solve the spend problem, because if app teams are asking for too much, it still has to abide by those requests. So none of these technologies solve that problem, but they're obviously very, very useful for making lives easier for the platform teams.
You know,